What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. Kamala Harris has just dropped her book titled 107 Days. But in reality, it should be called 107 Excuses. Every chapter is somebody else's fault, and that's the problem.
Former Vice President Kamala Harris's new book, 107 Days, takes on multiple members of her own party and the issues that hurt Democrats in the 2024 election. She also says she should have spoken up sooner about former President Joe Biden's decision to not seek re-election, following questions about his ability to serve.
Was that grace to not bring it up to him, or was it reckless? And on my part, I do reflect on that and feel that there was a recklessness about not raising it with him.
The book has already rubbed some Democrats the wrong way, with former Obama advisor David Axelrod telling Politico, if there's a political strategy here, it's a bad one. Others have suggested Harris will need to take some accountability for the failed campaign and for the conversations she didn't have with Biden.
She's going to have to answer to how she was in the room and yet never said anything publicly.
Another revelation from the book centers around passing over former openly gay Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg as her pick for vice president, writing in part, "But we were already asking a lot of America to accept a black woman married to a Jewish man. Part of me wanted to say, screw it, let's just do it. But knowing what was at stake, it was too big of a risk."
To be a black woman running for president of the United States and as a vice presidential running mate, a gay man, with the stakes being so high, it made me very sad, but I also realized it would be a real risk.
Buttigieg said he was surprised by the excerpt.
I just believe in giving Americans more credit than that. My experience in politics has been that the way that you earn trust with voters is based mostly on what they think you're going to do for their lives, not on categories.
What the book doesn't address is Harris's political future. She's already ruled out a run for California's governor, and at least for now, she says she's focused on her book tour.
When she lost to Trump, she said she could barely breathe. Meanwhile, staffers were scraping Madam President off of cupcakes. You meant to tell me the symbol of your victory was cupcakes? Come on now, that's not leadership. That's a birthday party. She admits Biden was old and tired, but said she never doubted his ability to serve. So which is it? Either you saw it and ignored it, or you just saying whatever fits the moment. And then The View asked what she would do differently than Joe Biden. She said not a thing.
Nothing.
Not a single policy, not a single strategy, not even a change of tone. Her own staff called it a hand grenade, but she called it bad luck. No, that's called being unprepared. And history does not forgive unprepared. She even admits Pete Buttigieg was her first choice for vice president, but said he was too risky. So she played it safe with Waltz. And when he fumbled the debate, she blamed him too. The pattern is undeniable. Every failure is someone else's fault. Now let me ask y'all, how many of you got a friend like that? A friend who can't take responsibility. Every job they lose is the boss's fault. Every relationship that fails is their partner's fault. Every mistake, every setback, it's never them. You ever notice how you get tired of being around people like that? It's draining. And America felt like that with Kamala. The voters saw it. She blamed Biden for being old, but didn't have the courage to say it out loud until after the fact. She even blamed the talk show question, as if that moment was enough to sink her whole campaign. Let me tell you something. If The View can end your campaign, you didn't have a campaign to start with. Look back at the greats. They take responsibility. Barack Obama had critics calling him inexperienced. He took that criticism and built the movement. But Kamala wants history to remember her struggle, but not clown her failure. History don't work like that. History remembers results. So the question I know y'all all asking, are you saying she should have never written a book? No, I'm saying she should have written the book differently. This book should have been called What I Learned in 107 Days, not Who I Blame in 107 Days, because the lessons, the honest lessons, would have helped people. The blame don't help nobody but Kamala. So I'm gonna leave y'all like this. Kamala says she wants to have her word when history is written. But history doesn't remember words, history remembers actions. And the actions show that when the pressure was on, you wasn't ready. Not in 2020, not in 2024, not even now in writing this book. And that's the real lesson of 107 days, not the blame. The real lesson is that leadership demands accountability. And until she learns that, her legacy will be full of excuses. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, Established Rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.